Hey guys, this is Bill Biggs here with Vista Voices, another edition. We have got Sarah Waggoner, our recruiting coordinator with Vista here, and we've got a question from the inbox that is perfect for Sarah's expertise. Sarah, the question is, if we are looking to recruit a leader from the outside, to bring a leader in from the outside into the firm, what are some qualities that we're looking for in that leader?
Gosh, Bill, thank you so much for having me on this episode. Yes, I'm the recruitment coordinator, and I do get this question a lot. You know, if you're trying to recruit for a leader, what are some good questions to ask of them, especially if you're recruiting externally and not from within your own firm? I think we're looking at several different qualities. Leaders are motivators, they're innovators, they are problem solvers. So we need to ask those kinds of questions when we're interviewing. And even better, maybe we need to get something in writing from them before we even consider them as a candidate. You know, why do they feel like they're a good leader? Have them write that out. Leaders nowadays, if you're looking for them in recruiting purposes, their resume should tell you off the bat that they are a leader in their previous job. Now, if this is a job that you're a new hire or a new position for your firm, we're looking for, can this person be a leader? What are some qualities within them that exhibit leadership? And that's passion. Gosh, if they're excited about working for your firm, that's a huge plus. You know, the other thing is when we're looking for leaders, we want to see how they mesh with their team. You know, it's important to get other people in on that interview and see how they work together. Are we meshing? Is our culture the same? We also have another question in the inbox, and it's perfect for you, Bill. Tell us if you're wanting to promote from within your firm to a leadership role. What are some things that you need to think about when you're looking at this person who already works for your firm, if they would be a good leader?
Yeah, such a great question and an issue that so many firms wrestle with. We've got a person, they've been good, they've been faithful, they're all about the firm, they've got time and tenure, they know our stuff, but are they the right person to elevate into a leadership position? One of the first things that I always think about, and there's several things, right? But one of the first things I always think about is the old adage of, you may have a great salesperson, but that doesn't mean they're going to be a great sales manager. So I think we have to carry ourselves with caution about when we think about elevating someone or promoting someone to a leadership position just because they've done their job well and just because they've been with the firm for X number of years. Those are good things, of course, but we may be taking a high producing case manager or paralegal who is excellent at what they do, but they don't necessarily have leadership qualities, leadership skills, and we may elevate them into a position just because of time and experience. And it can be a double whammy to the negative, meaning we just took a high producer out of that high producing role and we put them in a position that really they're not skillful at. And that doesn't work, but a lot of firms are tempted at that. So the things that I'm looking for in a leader from within, it's similar to the stuff that you might look for in someone if you were bringing them in for the outside. But for me, it's, are they a true believer? That's first. And when I say true believer, I mean, do they believe in what we do? Can they preach the gospel of what our firm is all about? That's so important because they're an influencer. I always say that leaders have two primary responsibilities. Number one is they've got to magnify the vision of the firm. So is this person, do they do that already? Have they been a person who's magnifying the vision of the firm? They broadcast it. They believe in it. They're a true believer. The other thing is, do they multiply other leaders automatically? Do they, just by their nature, by who they are, their personality traits, are they a multiplier? Do people follow them? This is the credibility piece, the influence piece. Are they someone that people naturally follow, that people naturally respect? Do they carry themselves in such a way that they are magnifying that vision and then multiplying that vision in other people? Those are critical skills or critical personality traits from within. The last thing that I would say is, ultimately, do they want it? And you might call that passion, but do they want to be a leader? Is that something, because that's a hard job. Sometimes people want the title, but they don't want the responsibility. Being a leader, if you're skilled at it and you really want it, is a huge privilege. It's a huge honor. But if you just want it because it's a title or a promotion and you're not wired for it, that's going to be a mess. That's going to be a mistake for that person and for the firm. So I want a magnifier. I want a multiplier. I want a true believer. And I want somebody that's driven and that wants it, has the ability, has the skills necessary to lead well into the future. Maybe the last piece that you've got to look at from the inside is, does this person already have the credibility with the team? Will the team naturally respond? Has the team shown that they're naturally going to respond? That goes with that multiplying and magnifying piece. But I want to see that. I want to see that there's natural credibility already in place so that people are going to follow this person.
I think you said something really important in talking just then too. It's so important, even from a recruiting standpoint, to ask this person if they want to be a leader. A lot of times in firms that I've worked with, they have a person that they have in mind and they have this goal for them. And they're like, yes, she wants to do this, but they haven't really ever asked her, is this what she wants to do? Does she want to be a leader? And that's so important because that internal drive is super important for a leader. Okay, guys, we want you to remember too, if you have a question, please post it in the comments below. And we would love to touch on that in our next episode of Vista Voices. We have consultants who are willing and chomping at the bit to talk to you.
Thanks, guys.